This is Future Brooke. Before the video starts, I have to tell you that this is probably the best struggle meal video featuring different countries' struggle meals that I have ever made. This is good. Hello everybody, welcome back. You want to see something really cool? I love this shirt. Less upsetty, more spaghetti. I thought it was funny. Anyways, that's not the point of this video. We're going to be doing struggle meals from Mexico. I asked you guys what you wanted to see next. I had a little poll up and Mexico won. And y'all, I am so excited for this video because Mexico has some bomb food, all right? It's everything's good. In my area, we have a really high Hispanic population, and a lot of those people are from Mexico. And I used to work with this lady, and she used to tell me all these recipes, and she taught me a bunch of things to cook on the cheap. So I kind of know what I'm doing a little bit when it comes to cooking Mexican struggle meals. Don't come after me, anyone, if I mispronounce any of these names, because I have the biggest country accent on the planet. And I can't talk right when I'm trying to say a word from another language. I'm bad at it. So I do not mean any disrespect when I try to pronounce the name of these dishes. I'm trying my best. I don't want anybody just to get upset with me because of the way I pronounce it, because sometimes that happens. I'm sorry. No disrespect intended. I just can't talk right. Okay. So I researched pretty good. Pretty good. Personal experience as well. And usually I do 2 struggle meals from a country. This one is going to have a couple extra because there's just so many good ones to choose from. I had to do it. So there might be 4 to 5. I'm going to have Ryder and Dusty testing with me today to see what we think about it. So let's get going. I'm going to tell you our first struggle meal from Mexico. Before we go any further in today's video, I want to thank today's sponsor, Good Chop. Stop wasting time searching for quality cuts that don't cost a fortune. Good Chop's prices start at $3.32 per portion. Good Chop offers fully customizable boxes of high-quality proteins. They're delivered to your door on your schedule. As you see here, the products are vacuum sealed and they're flash frozen at peak freshness, so you can stock your freezer and cook when and how you want. It is so convenient. And besties, Good Chop has a 100% money-back guarantee. Good Chop sources only the good stuff, which is why they feel so confident about their 100% money-back guarantee. You love Good Chop or you get your money back. That simple. Go to goodchop.com/YouTube and use code SFMama130 or click the link in the caption below to get $130 off across your first 4 boxes. One of my favorite things about Good Chop is the fact that it gets delivered right to the front door. It's cold outside. I don't have to do anything. It gets delivered right at the front door. That's pretty cool. So you don't even have to leave your house to get really high quality meats. Love it. Go to goodchop.com/YouTube and use code SFMama130 and get $130 off across your first 4 boxes. Or remember, you can click that link in the caption down below. Let's get to those struggle meals. Beans. So they call these frijoles. Did I say it right? Frijoles. Okay, so they can make, the Mexican moms can make anything taste good. I swear, I have never had bad Mexican food in my life. They know how to throw down in the kitchen. And I have studied how they make their beans, their frijoles. And I'm going to do one that looked really scrumptious. And it's very versatile, meaning that I can make it with other meals for this struggle meal video. So that's going to be really cool. So what we're going to be doing is making some frijoles. A pound of pinto beans, and I'm going to pick through these and wash them about 3 times. Because don't ever skip on picking out on your beans because there's rocks in there. And there's rotten beans. You got to make sure you don't chomp down on a rock. Yeah, that wouldn't be fun. So I'm going to pick through these and wash them 3 times. Also going to need some serrano peppers. I have a whole bunch. You can get like this whole container at Walmart for like $1 and some change. So they're very budget friendly. And the beans are $1. That's crazy. And I'm going to be using a part of an onion for this, plus garlic and some cumin and salt. So let's get the frijoles cooking. Now, you can cook these on the stove top. All you got to do, put enough water in it till it's like 2 inches above the beans. Cook them on medium heat for about 3 hours, adding water when necessary. But I'm impatient and I don't want to take 3 hours to cook beans. So I'm using my Instant Pot. I forgot to tell you, I am one of those really weird people in this world that don't like cilantro because it tastes like I'm eating dish soap, or it tastes like somebody sprayed Lysol disinfectant in my mouth. I hate cilantro. All of these recipes normally call for cilantro to be added, but I can't do it because I hate it. So I'm leaving that out. But if you like cilantro, add you some cilantro to these recipes. I just can't do it because I don't like it. Okay, I have my insert for my Instant Pot here. I washed my beans and I picked through them real good. Washed serrano peppers. I'm going to cut the tip off. Boom. I'm going to throw in 5 garlic cloves. The recipe that I seen, it said just a little chunk of an onion. Don't have to cut it up or anything. And I have enough water in here that there's like an inch of water on top. Beans are kind of like taters. You need lots of salt. So I'm putting in about, I would say, 1.5 tablespoons of salt. And a little shaky shake of cumin. I'm going to cook these for 65 minutes. And we'll do a quick release after they're done. Beans are done. I'm going to do a quick release. Let's take a look-see at the beans. Boop. These smell so good. These don't smell like normal, just southern soup beans. They smell divine. This is a meal in itself. Full of protein. And these smell so good. Holy smokes. This is a piece of that garlic. It's exactly what it looked like in the article that I read about the beans. Or frijoles, I should say. This meal, when you add in the cost of the beans and you only use 2 serrano peppers, a part of an onion, and a part of a head of garlic, this is going to be less than $2 for all those beans. That is very budget friendly. Those are stinking good and they're so much better than soup beans. Oh my gosh, is my southern card taken away? I'm telling you right, I love Mexican food, obviously. These are better than soup beans. That serrano pepper's got something to it. That's gotta be it. This video is nothing but appreciation and love for the Mexican people and the culture. Y'all have the absolute best recipes. This is good. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Frijoles. That is not a soup bean. Don't ever call it a soup bean because that tastes nothing like a soup bean. That is a frijole. Okay, go, Dusty.
Were they hot?
A little bit. You could probably handle it because you like to eat lava.
Okay.
Do you think they're better than soup beans?
No.
I do. I rate those an 8.
They're good, but you know
they're different than soup beans.
They're different. Yeah, they're not even. I mean, they. No,
I don't.
Good soup beans are better than this.
I don't think I could eat cornbread in that. Mexican rice might be good in it.
It's good.
Tastes like spicy soup beans.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, as a little kick.
Do you think they're better than soup beans?
I like spicy soup. I like my soup beans spicy anyways, so, I mean, it's good.
What would you rate it?
7 out of 10.
Dusty, what would you rate it?
6 out of 10.
I rate it an 8 because they are delicious.
They are good. They're really good and tasty. But
I wonder if my southern card was just revoked. I had to change my name to Frugal Mama.
No.
Because I think those are better than soup beans. Next, we are making something that I forgot the name of. I'll put it here. So, those beans, I told you guys, they're very versatile, right? You can use them in a bunch of different recipes. So, this person in this article made pork chorizo with beans, turned it into a filling for tacos. These flour tortillas, too. I know a lot of people tell me that they like corn tortillas better, and I do, too. But I got these. I feel like this is going to be so good. Oh, and you need a little bit of sprinkled cheese. Just a little bit. So we're going to take that pork chorizo. By the way, this is around $1.24 to $1.40-ish at the stores. So we're going to cook this chorizo up, breaking it apart into little crumblies. She's a cooking. After you've heated up your chorizo very well, you're going to take 2 cups of those beans, of those frijoles, with enough juice that covers the beans. Not a ton of the juice. We're going to start simmering this up together. Let it reduce just a little bit. How good that looks. Looks so seasoned and full of flavor. After it's thickened up a bit, you're going to take a tater masher and smash it. Seems pretty thick, so I'm going to turn the heat off. I just have sharp cheddar, so I'm putting that on this. But I think that the lady that I see make this, it was a white cheese, and I'm assuming it's one of the Mexican brand cheeses. I just don't have that, and she said just use whatever you have, so that's what I'm doing. We're going to mix this all in together. Okay, once this is thoroughly mixed, we're going to remove it from the heat. Start heating up our tortillas. Let's put it together. I put a little bit in there. Then put it like this. And they were kind of small. Oops, I made a mess. It's okay. Let's give them a taste. I made a mess. Okay. Let's go. You ready?
I'm
1,
ready.
2, 3, go.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's a solid taco.
This whole video is awesome. Dusty, come try.
That's good.
Okay. Rate it on scale 1 to 10.
7.
Okay, I rate this an 8. Ryder! What do you rate this, Ryder?
That's a 10 out of 10.
That's what I thought. That's what I didn't want to speak for him. That's why I made him come back, so I gotta ask. This next Mexican struggle meal is gonna be so good. I just know it. It's Mexican rice. When I was doing my research, the lady in the article said that this can be an entire meal if you are struggling. And I can see why they say that, because Mexican rice is delicious. But along with that, she gave ways to spiff it up a bit. So we're going to make some Mexican rice, and we're going to spiff it up a bit too. In a big pot or a big skillet, you're going to start off with 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil, 2 cups of washed long grain white rice. And there's 2 cups of washed white rice. And I'm using the Dollar Tree rice, and this was already open and I had already used some. So this much rice is less than 75 cents worth of a bag. Throw in a few slivers of onions for flavor. And a clove of garlic for flavor, and I'm cutting the tip off, and we're just going to heat that up together. So we're going to cook this rice, saute it in that oil with the onions and that little piece of garlic until this is golden brown. The rice, she said, needed to be golden brown first. I've always did this when I make Mexican rice, cooked it in the oil first, but I just do it for about 3 minutes. She said that the flavor would be richer and taste so much better if you let the rice get golden brown before you start adding the liquids. So that's what I'm going to do. This may sound super weird, but this smells so good. And there's not any seasonings in it. It's just the rice toasting, and it's like a toasty smell. But with that garlic and onion, it really makes it smell very, very nice. When I've made Mexican rice before, I do it the easy, cheap way. It's not authentic in the least. But I've never put this in there. So I'm going to start doing that. Ooh, we're getting golden browner. Is that a word? Browner? It is today. Now I'm going to toss in 5 cups of water. And 5. Now 2 tablespoons worth of chicken bouillon powder. This stuff. I always keep this in the house. It's so good. Now we're going to bring this to a good simmer. Put the lid on it and wait till that rice is tender and it's absorbed all of this liquid. Maybe in your family you didn't have any of these meals as struggle meals, but somebody out there did, and I just really want to show another culture's struggle meals because we all need more ideas because times are tough out there, inflation is crazy, and we can learn something from each other's cultures. A lot of people might not have thought about these meals, and if I research it and I try to figure it out and I share it with you guys, maybe it can help somebody out there, and I give all the credit to where credit is due. These are not my recipes at all. I'm just trying them out for you guys. Let's take a look at the rice. Most of that has absorbed. So we're going to try this Mexican rice because according to the lady, she said that this is an authentic Mexican rice recipe. I make something similar, but mine's kind of a cheat way. But she said when times are tough, this can be a meal in itself. So we're going to give this a go before we pep it up a bit. Get your spoonful, Ryder. Ready? Go.
Ready. And that's delicious.
I love Mexican food. This is better than my original recipe that I make. He agreed. That toasting of the rice must really help. She said it would. It would give it a nice flavor. And it did. This is a lot better than the recipe, the shortcut recipe that I use. Love it.
Love it.
On a scale 1 to 10, struggle meal.
As a meal, it's like a 7. It's pretty good.
Okay. What about just as a side for something? Is it different?
10 out of 10 for a side.
Eight. 9. 9. Is it better than my normal?
It's really good.
What do you rate it?
8.
The lady said that this could be a struggle meal in itself when times are tough. Do you agree?
Yeah.
I do. I could just eat a big bowl of that. That stuff is good.
Good. It's flavorful.
So, yeah, make this. It's good. But now we're going to do a little pep to it. We're going to add a little something, the way that the lady said to do it. So, let's go. We're going to make some homemade pico de gallo. Did I say it right? I hope I did. This is one of those recipes where you probably need cilantro if you like it. But I don't like it. So, now this is the recipe that I found that I thought was the easiest. So, that's what I'm going to use. One thing that I really appreciate about the Mexican culture is they don't waste. Every video I've seen, they just cut the stem out like this. Most people would just throw that whole slice away. So we're just going to chop these tomatoes up in small pieces. And they said Roma tomatoes are the best. And Roma tomatoes are the cheapest. Y'all, I thought I would need 5 tomatoes, but 4 tomatoes is well enough. So I'm not going to use that one. So my tomatoes in there. I have about 1/3 of an onion here, a red onion. You can use probably any onion, I guess. They all taste the same to me when I dice that up. All right. At this point, you would probably chop cilantro and throw it in. But I'm skipping it, and we are going to just toss in the juice of a lime. And the juice is not coming out of this thing for nothing. I hate it when I don't get a juicy lime when I'm having to use it for cooking. You'll probably need one of those juicers that's handheld, but it's okay. We'll make it work. Come on, Mom. There we go. And a juice from half of a lemon. I almost forgot a serrano pepper. I am taking out these seeds. That was a pitiful job of de-seeding that pepper. Lord have mercy. I hope these aren't like jalapenos and give me serrano pepper hands, like jalapeno hands, because oh, I hate that. There it is. We put the Mexican rice on a plate. That pico that we just made, we are going to put some on top. Like this. And she was very generous with the pico. Okay, just like that. And this next part sounded so weird to me, but it makes sense. I have a little bit of cottage cheese. And she said put a good old dollop right there. And if you have any tortillas, you can turn them into chips. Or if you have any bags of chips, just go ahead and set it around. Like so. And this is a struggle meal that she said her and her family eats and they love it. This is a pretty hefty plate. Cottage cheese, especially the container that I got, is pretty cheap. It was not even $1 for the little one. So this is a pretty hefty plate of food. So, okay, make sure you get some rice, some pico, and the cottage cheese on your tortilla chip. Oh, wow, that's, okay. Okay, he didn't wait for the 1, 2, 3, go.
I want that for dinner right now.
That is so good!
I want this for dinner. Right? Meow. And I want a lot of cottage cheese.
I bought a small container. Because I didn't know if we'd like it. What the heck? This is delicious.
This must be a struggle meal?
Mm-hmm.
How?
Everything's cheap.
Oh.
Roma tomatoes.
It was like a...
Mega cheap. Just a little sliver of an onion. Limes were like 25 cents a piece. The rice. I didn't even use a whole pound of rice. I used 2 cups. And the Dollar Tree bags of rice are $1.25 for 2 pounds. And I had already cut into that bag, and there's still half of the bag left. So that was less than 60 cents for the rice. Plus, it was a pantry item that I already had. You buy once, and it'll last you months.
This makes me happy. I've never had food make me happy.
I know. This will last you months if you buy it. Not even a penny for the amount that I use because it stretches so far. This meal...
Whoever told you to do this, you need to give them...
I researched, and it was a lady on TikTok who made it. She has I will link her videos down below because she needs a shout out. I do not remember her name to save my life. I just got really into her videos as I was researching for this video. That is delicious! Why don't they sell this in the Mexican restaurants?
Dude, they should.
Another. That's good.
You got enough to make me a plate?
You're eating this whole plate.
I'm just taste testing.
Whatever. Okay. What do you rate this? Struggle meal rating scale.
12.
This is delicious. This struggle meal who? I know everything on here is cheap, and this whole plate, the most expensive thing was the bag of chips, but that will stretch. It was $2 for the bag of chips. This whole thing, including the chips, less than $5. And then you'll have stuff left over to make more. This would be like 2 meals. Oh my gosh, I swear, the Mexican people really know how to make some food. Y'all are amazing. I appreciate you and your culture so much. Well, Dusty, you can have the rest of the plate. He's so excited. That was delicious. Make that. Make it. This was so fun. We found more recipes that we're going to put in our rotation at the house. Dusty will probably make me make the rice with cottage cheese and pico weekly at least. That was really good. Every bit of this, in my opinion, was delectable. Y'all need to make every bit of it because it's so insanely cheap to make and it's full of flavor. I really appreciate the Mexican culture, their cuisines, their flavors. It is one of my favorites. It is my favorite. I think I've even told you guys this before. When I seen you guys chose Mexico, oh, I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I know this is going to be the best food ever. And it was. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you next video. Remember, as always, be positive. Be kind to one another. Please be kind. And be kind in the comments. Please. Okay, I love you guys. See you later, taters. Bye.